As Sanders faced down the entire MTF squad in the corridor, he stumbled upon something he was not expecting in his speedrun.
Wait a minute, why is it here?
It was the Pyramid Head. It stood in Sanders' way, wielding its great knife.
Chat, why is Pyramid Head here?
Virginians here.
Oh, I remember now. I modded the Pyramid Head skin into it. That's Abel, alright. Now, if I remember his moveset correctly, just run up to him and dodge left.
However, he was immediately grabbed the moment he got near it. Pyramid Head lifted Sanders by the neck, then slammed him onto the ground. It raised the great knife above its head and brought it down on him. Sanders barely avoided the blow.
Right, forgot he had a grab move too. This is gonna be a pain.
Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Safe Class Object SCP-7680. SCP-7680, also known as the History of Site-77 Speedrunning, is a modified, indestructible Nintendo Power Glove. It is capable of saving a place in time and reverting back to it upon the user's death or by pressing start. The range of this ability is estimated to be over 60 miles and can revert anything and everything apart from other Nintendo Power Gloves. Objects within the affected area will experience reality distortion, similar to several popular glitches in the gaming phenomenon of speedrunning. SCP-7680 was discovered following a number of raids on Site-77 by Frank Odell Sanders II. Sanders utilized 7680 to speedrun the murder of Site-77's director. He even streamed all of his attempts live. It is believed that Sanders does this as a form of entertainment, rather than having a personal vendetta against the Foundation. Sanders approached the site from the southern end. There, he encountered Dr. Stevens taking a coffee break.
Howdy, fella. Boy, I'm glad to see you. Who the hell are you? Oof!
Sanders immediately closed in and knocked out Dr. Stevens with a punch.
You got one tapped. That's big. Now let's see.
He quickly scrounged Stevens' pocket and found a keycard.
There we go. First card down.
He used the card on the door. It opened with a beep. Sanders made his way into the site security room and pulled the breach alarm.
Now this here's gonna take some time for the staff to get out of the building. Can't skip, unfortunately.
He waited for half an hour while all the staff exited the building, all except for a guard whom Sanders encountered when he headed to West Security Checkpoint.
Aw, damn it, again? This NPC glitched and didn't follow the crowd. Sir, I don't think you belong here. Damn, really? That's crazy. Crap, behind you!
The guard turned around to face where Sanders was pointing. He quickly grabbed the guard's sidearm and clocked him unconscious.
Damn it, 8 seconds gone. Still not resetting though. I'm still ahead and maybe I can save on the next segment. Just hope that he doesn't spawn.
Sanders entered the elevator with the sidearm. Sanders exited the elevator and immediately started sprinting down the hallway. An MTF squad entered via the opposite elevator and fired at him. He ducked into the corner and managed to glitch through the wall into a nearby vacant testing chamber.
There we go. Skipped an entire encounter. That saved me a huge chunk of time.
Sanders hid behind a desk with his gun aimed towards the observation window above.
Now, if I timed it right, some dude's gonna be at the window soon. We need his key card.
He waited for exactly 40 seconds and fired. A researcher was struck in the leg and fell through the glass onto the floor. Sanders quickly took the researcher's level 4 keycard and accessed the elevator in the observation room. The site director sat at her desk as the elevator doors opened.
Hey, director.
I must say, you've displayed an incredible amount of talent today. But now, you're going to…
Sanders ended the director's life instantly.
Bye, director. Now, let's see. What? 1:25:32? Man, I thought I could do this sub 1 hour. It's faster than the previous runs I did, but still. I guess I have to restart the run now.
Sanders then pressed the start button on his glove and reappeared outside of the site.
Right, let's do this again. This time, after the first keycard, I'm gonna just bunny hop the entire way to the last elevator. To hell with the alarm.
He quickly approached Dr. Stevens, who was, again, having a coffee break, and knocked him out. He used the keycard and started hopping through the staff and guards working within the facility. Meanwhile, at the other side of the facility,
Status report. How are we not catching him yet?
This kid is bunny hopping all through mess hall, out middle, through our checkpoints like a speed demon. We can't hit him.
Damn it. Guess I'll have to do this by myself then.
Dr. Morgan grabbed a tablet and exited the office. Sanders was near the end of the run. He had evaded all the security forces and arrived at the sub-level facility. The MTF squad rushed out of the opposite elevator doors to apprehend him, just as Sanders had expected.
All right, just gonna bunny hop through these guys. Wait a minute, what's that sound?
The sound of heavy steel grinding across the floor filled the corridor. The squad moved aside, allowing the source of the sound to make its appearance. It was the Pyramid Head.
Wait a minute, why is it here? Chat, why is Pyramid Head here?
Your Genian's here.
When Sanders heard its voice, he instantly recognized who it really was.
Oh, I remember now. I modded the Pyramid Head skin into it. That's Abel, alright. Now, if I remember his moveset correctly, just run up to him and dodge left.
He dashed towards the left side of Pyramid Head, but to no avail. It stopped him instantly with a forceful grab at his neck. It lifted him up and slammed him to the ground. Pyramid Head then brought down its great knife on Sanders. He barely avoided it.
This RNG is really bad. Well, since we saved a ton of time before this, we could deal with him a little. Still, I need a weapon.
Pyramid Head charged at Sanders, swinging its great knife. Even though it was a somewhat narrow corridor, it did not slow down one bit. The concrete walls were demolished without much effort. Sanders managed to shove one of the MTF members into Pyramid Head's swings, instantly maiming him in half. He continued to dodge Pyramid Head's swings, weaving in between the MTF members. Soon enough, all of them were sliced to pieces. He then grabbed a pistol from the fallen squad and ran towards the vacant testing chamber.
Alright, that should make it easier to maneuver. Time for the final key card.
Sanders entered the chamber and locked the door. However, it didn't matter, as Pyramid Head simply broke down the wall and walked in.
What the? Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
Pyramid Head swung at Sanders. He dodged and rolled around the room, all the while keeping his eyes on the observation glass and counting his timing.
And now...
He fired a shot through the glass, and a researcher fell through from the platform. Sanders quickly scrambled to the body and pulled out the level 4 keycard, then ran to the elevator.
Phew, that was close. It was a random spawn. Real bad RNG chat, but we made it. We're almost to the 50-minute mark now.
The doors opened and Sanders stepped out. To his surprise, instead of a desk in the middle where the site director was seated, the room was empty. Then, the elevator doors opened again, and senior researcher Morgan stepped into the office.
Aw, damn, you beat me here. I had a few things to organize, but I thought for sure I'd get here first.
Wait, what? This is not supposed to be happening. Nothing else should spawn here other than director chat. What the hell?
Well, I've been studying you and your speed runs through this facility for the past few weeks now. You're getting faster with each run. Very impressive. But I'm afraid it'll have to end here now.
Damn it, game's bugged. Think I'll have to reset.
Out of nowhere, Pyramid Head appeared and sliced off Sanders' gloved arm. Morgan retrieved the glove from the severed arm.
Did some programming to switch up the spawn a little. Hope you enjoyed the challenge.
She then turned towards the elevator as the doors opened.
Wait, you're just gonna leave me here with him? Aren't I an anomaly? Please, take me to your containment cell or something. Save me!
Nuh-uh. This is the anomaly, not you.
Morgan said, waving the bloodied glove.
Goodbye now.
As the doors closed, she could hear sounds of tearing flesh followed by Sanders' screams. She then checked her tablet.
Let's see. Any time now, and stop the timer. Wow, 5640. Damn, you really outdid yourself this time. Guess that's the world record now.
The afternoon sun shone relentlessly on a remote corner of the Arizona desert, a flat plain dotted with little more than scrub, rolling hills on the horizon. No clouds served to mitigate the heat and light everywhere. A little shack right here, a dusty rental car nearby. Hector had walked here, having hopped off a pickup traversing a lonely stretch of highway a couple miles away. He sneaked around and pistol-whipped the first person he saw at the shack entrance, unaccountably blind to his approach. He gasped in surprise upon viewing the carnage within. Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you a tale from the SCP Foundation. The shack and its occupants had already been vandalized. Beakers, glass tubes, flasks had been shoved wherever they would fit and shattered. One man looked like he had burned from the inside out. Needing answers, he handcuffed his captive and cracked open some smelling salts. The man gagged and returned to consciousness with a jolt and a pounding headache. Hey, buddy, did you do this? The man rolled his head uneasily around and slowly registered the scene through a bloodshot haze. No. Did you? No. I'm here to hit them all right, but this ain't my handiwork. He grabbed the man by the chin, looked over his dark stubble, his stained button-down shirt. He looked over the pistol and radio he had carried, the small case emblazoned with some weird 3-arrow symbol he'd never seen before. The hostage saw the sun peeking through the slats in the shack wall, low in the sky. Wait, what time is it? Hector backhanded him. Nuh-uh. Name first. Who are you with? Rashawn looked past the gun in his face to his belongings. The seal on the case remained intact. Amnestics still available. All right, I'm with a group called the SCP Foundation. Not here for the law or the drugs. Take what you want, but we need to get out of here now. I ain't never heard of the SCP Foundation. Why are you here? I was here to evacuate the people using this shack. This is a Class 4 containment zone, and we need everyone out for their safety before nightfall. What time is it? Hector squinted, looking first at the strange agent, then at the twisted body pile. Suddenly, he recognized that if this guy before him hadn't killed them, he twisted Rashawn around and undid his cuffs. Rashawn jumped forward and grabbed the radio and switched it on. Control, this is Mr. President. Mr. President calling in. Requesting immediate evac. I have a +1. The radio emitted a static burst and a woman spoke. Negative, Prez. We'd get to you after sunrise. Hold position and do not drive out. 973 is out there. Stay away from any vehicle or road. Rashawn acknowledged. His companion watched the exchange in confusion. What's 973? There's a legend of a crooked cop that lives out here. Died 40+ years ago, full of hatred, and during the night he patrols this section of highway, just waiting for someone to screw up. Then he comes out of nowhere, chases them down, and does that. He pointed towards the former occupants. The hitman grimaced. The sun had set and darkness fell rapidly. In the clarity of the dark, a pair of headlights appeared on the distant road. Hector tapped Rashawn's shoulder and pointed it out. The agent looked out at the vehicle and reached for his radio. A vehicle is approaching our location. Has an evac been sent? Negative. Probable cover. Repeat.
Run, bastard.
Rashawn stared at the radio, shocked. It kept broadcasting as a man's voice, cocky and cracking, cut through heavy static to say again and again, "Run, bastard." That's the ghost? Rashawn nodded. The hitman swallowed a prayer. He looked out at the approaching car. Still over a mile away, its lights flashed red and blue across the desert plain as it veered off the road and started across the flat, rocky terrain. The radio crackled once more.
Don't think I don't see you.
We gotta do something. You say you know this guy. How are we supposed to fight a ghost? Rashawn seemed to withdraw into himself. There are few accounts of someone surviving an encounter with SCP-973. 973 keeps to the road only. It keeps to the road? That bastard has been here. He pointed at the bodies. We should be safe as long as we don't break any laws. Don't break any laws? You might be some angel, Mr. President, but I kill people for a living. I don't got license for this gun. I'm an illegal. I'm a walking crime who's about to join these fine gentlemen in the afterlife. Damn it. Quick, in the car. Hector followed him out of the shack, arguing. But you said speeding won't help. Then what the hell do you want me to do? Sirens pierced the air as the aged police car sped the last distance towards the two men. Crap, look out! Hector tackled Rashawn as the police car swerved slightly to ram the rental car at full speed. The rental car rolled and bounced with the energy from the now stopped and only partly dented police car.
You won't be needing that where you're going, boy.
The pair scrambled up from their place in the dirt while the police car's door opened. A sleek black boot trod firmly on the ground. A tall figure stood up. His outfit was khaki, blending slightly with the landscape. He adjusted his belt and stretched out a crick in his neck. A faint red light appeared to glow behind his aviators. He pulled a baton from his belt as he swaggered forward. His mouth, topped with a handlebar mustache, curled up in a sneer to reveal pitch blackness within.
Now, are we going to do this the easy way or the hard way?
It's do or die now. Take this. 2 shots struck the cop. One in the shoulder, one in the jaw. Hector squatted tensely, coiled like a spring, a smoking pistol in each hand. The cop did not so much flinch as flicker. Like a flame's twist, like a line of static on a frame of film. His wounds glowed red and adjusted out of focus. 2 spots of patchy uncertainty on his otherwise crisp, diabolic countenance. He grinned broadly and continued his approach, baton slowly twirling in his hand. Rashawn grabbed Hector by the shoulder and pulled him back into the shack. He upended a table and barricaded the door. The shack rang out like a bell as the corrugated metal wall dented inward. The blows struck again and again until the tip of the baton, looking raw and fraying bits of red glow, poked through a hole where the wall buckled.
You should have run.
The wall groaned and shrieked as 973 slowly tore it away. His hands grasped and bent the sheet metal like stiff cardboard. Maybe we can't shoot him, so how about we blow him up? Maybe we can. Well, I got just the thing. He pulled open his jacket and revealed a row of grenades strapped to his chest. He tugged lightly at a string which, when pulled, all of the safety pins could be pulled off at once. Didn't plan to blow up some evil ghost, but you can never know what's gonna happen in this line of work, huh? Suddenly, the shack's wall gave way and 973 stepped through the breach. The 2 men immediately picked up a large piece of plywood and bull-rushed the cop, barreling him over as they scrambled back out past him. No waiting for safety, Hector turned around to face 973. Eat this! He quickly undone his straps of grenades, yanked off the pins and hurled it at 973. 973 stood to stare at the grenades as they flew past it, bounced off the wall, and before they could land, they exploded. Hector and Rashawn flattened against the ground as the flames from the shack lit the landscape. Bits of shrapnel cut into their backs, leaving a collection of searing slices on their wake. They rested, pulling themselves up slowly, looking back at the wreckage. Did we do it? He helped Hector to his feet. Then the radio replied.
Assaulting a police officer gets you big time, suckers.
From the wreckage shambled a distorted, flaming form, glowing like an ember and disassociating like static. It moved slow, walking, swaggering. It swung a baton, glowing red and wavering as it approached. Damn it. Looks like there's no way out of here. Just go. It's me he wants anyway. Hell no. My job is protecting people from things like that. I'm getting you out of here. Hang on, I'll steal his car. Rashawn dragged Hector to the passenger side of the police car, its flashers and engine still running, and jumped into the driver's seat as Hector got himself seated. In the rearview mirror, 973 broke into a run, closing the gap between them. Without waiting to shut the doors, Rashawn stomped the gas pedal. The car belched a sulfurous cloud of caustic exhaust and dashed towards the road. The car's police radio came alive.
Run, suckers. Run.
Hector pointed at the radio and laughed through the pain. That's all he can say now. I think we beat him. How long we gotta outrun him? Probably sunrise, and we'll be fine. Or if we get out of the range of the effect, we should just drive out of here now. The car felt horribly dilapidated, as if it should break down or explode at any moment. The police lights continued to flash, painting the night desert in reds and blues. Rashawn kept to the task of getting as much distance between him and the shack, and out of the range of 973's effect. Rashawn wasn't sure what the car would do at the boundary of the effect. Evidence to date indicate that the vehicle dematerialized during the day. Maybe it simply disappeared, or returned to whatever dimension or circle of hell it came from. He pressed down on the accelerator. So what now? Rashawn realized he had left his case of amnestics back in the shack. I'll turn you in. Yeah, to get sent to prison by the feds and get killed there? Just end me here. Rashawn started wondering when the inside of the car got so hot. Don't worry, I'll pull some strings, get you janitorial duty in the Foundation. You'd still be officially a prisoner, but you'll be working for the Foundation and no one has to die tonight. And is this car getting hot? Hector wiped his eyes with his shirt and lowered his pistol. The dashboard started to crack and splinter before them. Faint ember red light started leaking through. The steering wheel was crumbling beneath Rashawn's fingers, and the windshield cracked and split.
Time for you girls to come with me.
Rashawn looked up and saw the orange and white boards of the road barricade ahead. He slammed on the brakes. Get out now! They opened the doors and dove out. They struck the ground hard, scraping themselves up further and reminding themselves that there was still more pain that could be felt. The car careened toward the barricade. It buckled, imploded, and crushed itself into a scarlet smear of static before disappearing. Hector lay in agony, scraped and burned. He hazily watched other people approach, also bearing the same insignia his new friend had. He lost consciousness before sunrise, but offered a prayer to Jesus and Mary, knowing that dawn would still come for him after all. The elf I took under my wings rebelled against me when I told them to do what I requested. In defiance, they stopped making toys, so I slaughtered them all, one by one. When the deed was swiftly done, their blood splattered on the little choo-choo trains. I was filled with cheer, feeling the blood on my fingers, making them sticky when I spread them apart. However, the sense of delight later vanished after realizing what I had done, for I started to fear what was coming. Before I can clean up my mess, I hear the sound of joyous whistles and a vast shadow on the lit-up hallway walls. As their festive bells jingles echo throughout the cave, I stand still in dread, knowing who it was. Ho, 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 oh, hell! It is my master, the man in red. Master? Master, Silence! What the hell did you do? Master, they weren't listening to me. They were misbehaving. I don't give a damn if they were misbehaving. You don't do a thing without me giving you permission. I told you if they try crap like that, you'd let me deal with them, right? Why didn't you? It's hard not to do such a thing when everyone irritates me. I was angry, Master. The hell is wrong with you? Killing all my workers 'cause you were pissed off. As I fall to my knees, he grabs the back of my neck. I'm in a bad spot right now 'cause of you, damn it. When I let go, you're gonna go get me workers, and you're gonna get more, okay? I apologize with my groans. He releases his hand from my neck, and before he speaks, I quickly pick up my empty bag and rush to one of the blood-stained walls, waiting for him to choose where I'm going. What about them? I hesitate a little, referring to the mess. I'm not cleaning this up. You'll worry about it later. The man in red opens an exit portal to a place full of trees covered in pure white, his pretty little purple rings light illuminating the painted cave. I walk into the space, feeling the white freezing snow on my feet, leaving bloody prints. I turn to the man in red and only see more trees behind me. He had closed the portal without saying anything, leaving me with only my thoughts. Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you a tale from the SCP Foundation. I have worked with the man in red for a very long time. So long that he became a paternal figure to me, so letting him down would make me very unhappy. If I make him angry, he beats me. Sometimes he does it just because. So when a day like this comes, I must not disappoint. This is how I can make him proud of me and make the pain stop. But most importantly, this is another chance to receive a gift I forever desired, to let this world be coated in snow. For many, many years, I have done nothing but what he asked of me, and I enjoyed every second of it. But he still hasn't given me what I wanted in return. When I'm finished, I must ask him about this. I can only do this for so long. After long moments of treading on the frost, the sun is now gone, and in the distance is a small homestead. I walked to the little home and peeked through one of the windows. What my little eyes spied upon were two little ones peacefully sleeping in their beds. I pressed my face up to the glass, my breath hitting the window. As they're sleeping, I walk to their door, opening it oh so slowly. I enter the house, and I'm faced with two doors, one leading to the parents and the other to the children. I pick the door farthest from me, avoiding the creaks from the floorboards. I open the door, revealing the kids resting in their little beds. I enter their room, its surroundings exposed by the dark moonlight, and walk to them. I turn to one of them and stare deeply into their closed eyes, hearing their soft breathing from time to time. Still wondering who I'm going to take, I come up with an idea: a test of obedience. Santa? I turn to find the other child was wide awake. I place my hand on her mouth and whisper, "Shh." I release my hand and tuck her back into bed and slowly walk away from them. There's a spot barely touched by the moonlight in the corner of the room near the exit. I open the door and pretend that I'm leaving. "Don't go anywhere, and you will be rewarded." Then I close the door. As I hide in the dark abyss, I silently watch the little one sleep, putting her obedience to the test. Not long after, I see the little one slowly leaves her bed. I give her the simplest demand, and she disregards it. I don't understand. If I can follow my master's every order, why is she struggling to do the same? Holding in my anger, I wait for her to come to me. Finally, when she reaches the door, hesitantly turning the knob, she turns to me, noticing my breathing and looking down at my exposed, withered toes. "Child, what are you doing out of your bed?" I quietly ask as I reveal myself. Before she lets out a shout, I rush towards her and close her mouth shut. Hearing the scuffle, the other child wakes up. Seeing what I'm doing to her sister, she cries for help. A man rushes into the room and slashes my flesh open with his axe, leaving it inside my waist. I yell, dropping the child to the floor. The man attempts to retake the axe, but before he does, I grab hold of his face and plunge my thumbs through his face. The angry side of me deeply relishes the moment. Hearing a woman's muffled cries and feeling her frail punches scraping my back, I release my grip and turn to her. She stops beating me and steps away in horror. I slap her and push her away, making her fall over. She looks fainted. I turn to the man, seeing him on the floor. The side of his face is covered with blood. I leave him to his lonesome. I enter the children's room, trying to find the other girl. She's nowhere to be seen. I walk to her bed and look under it. I find her quietly crying to herself. Noticing me, she cowers, pressing herself up against the wall. My arm slowly reaches for her, making her panic. "Calm yourself, child. It's all right," I say, caressing her cheek and wiping her tears with my thumb, smearing blood on them. "Get away from me!" As soon as she pushes my hands away, I can no longer contain my rage. Before stepping out the door, I tip the candle onto the floor, starting a fire. I don't know why I do it. It feels like I got to. I leave the burning house, and realizing what I've done, I slump against the tree, looking down at my bloodied hands. While staring intensely into them, a faint light appears in front of me. I look up to see the man in red, looking not so cheerful anymore. "Come here," he says sternly. I can see he is not happy. I'm quiet, but later speak to try to ease the tension. "Master, I didn't mean to." "You had one job. One job. And what do? You mess it up." "I'm sorry, Master." "No, shut it," he says, hitting me. "I'm low on elves, and out of all the years you could have done this, you do it when I'm at a shortage. God, this is worse than my Coca-Cola ad campaign. You need to do it again." "They hurt me. Look." I point, showing him my torn wound. "I just can't, Master. It hurts too much." The pain in my waist is starting to come back, but even worse, makes it hard for me to breathe. I plead with him, but but he won't listen. He clenches his teeth. Look, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. I don't give a damn if it hurts. Hell, you definitely deserve it by messing up this badly. You just couldn't control yourself, could you? Do it again, but no mess-ups this time. As he continues to ignore my concerns, my frustration grows, and a red hue slowly blurs my eyesight. I'm getting angry. Fogged by my thoughts, I stare at him, ignoring his commands. Hello? Stop staring at me and get on with your job. I'm not playing. Master, when will you give me what I want? I breathe heavily. What are you? Not this again. How many times do I have to tell you that you'll get it soon, all right? For the first time, I raise my voice at him. You've been saying that for a very long time, Master, and I'm starting to get… what? Annoyed? Oh, please. Shiver me frickin' timbers. What are you gonna do? Christ, you're making me nag more than my wife, he says, and he hits me yet again. Do what the hell I say and get out there. No. 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 What do you mean, no? Stop messing about. He raises his fist again, but before he can hit me a third time, I catch his arm and grab his neck. Master, why must you lie to me? What are you doing now? Let go. His voice was shallow this time, struggling to speak. Something I should have done a long, long time ago. I smile, showing my crooked teeth. You dumb bastard. I created you. You can't do this. Without hesitation, I pierce his jolly red cheek with my teeth. When I'm done, the man in red became redder than before. After realizing what I had done, his breath being no longer visible in the air, I feel no shame or grief whatsoever. I feel relieved, knowing he is not around to tell me what to do anymore. I am free. The man that used me is now dead. No more him. No more Christmas.